Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Kevin Plays Slay the Princess. By the time this video is released on YouTube, it should be October and Halloween should be approaching. I saw this playthrough on YouTuber's site called Crazy Pumpkin. I'll put his information in the description below. He did a playthrough on this game, and I thought, hey, this would be a great game for Halloween. So I'm going to do this. These are from the same developers that have done Scarlet Hollow, which was the game I did last year. As of the making of this video, they have not released the next episode yet. So I'm going to do Slay the Princess. This is a completed game. This is the pristine cut. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh my goodness. There's the princess. And according to the game, we have to slay her. Yes. I don't know why we have to slay her. She looks so nice. I don't know. Anyway. So let's get to it. Let's get to questing. Let's get this game started. And look, I got a nice little claw as a mouse pointer. Look at that. All right, let's do it. New game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. All right.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I have to click on this.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, come on. How can it be the end of the world? Let me see. Yeah, the end of the world? What are you talking about? Let's see our choices here. So this is basically like a choose your own adventure. And you got all these options of what to do. And I think the game gives you opportunity to go back and explore all the options. So let's see here. So let me see. First of all, let's see what this narrator is talking about. The end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Really? Just because you said so? Let me see here. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? Yeah, let's do that.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Hey, man. I'm not just going to listen to a strange voice in a video game telling me what I have to do here. Let me see. Do you have any... yeah, that's a good question.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't know, most games would have you be the hero and free the princess, right? I mean, that's the name of the chapter, The Hero and the Princess. If she's only... Let me see, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because... Nah, that's not something I would say. Killing seems kind of bad, though, isn't it? Can't someone else? Nah. Have you? I'm okay. Talk to her, and if she's asked me. That's a good one. Go to the cabin, talk to her, see, let's be our own judge. Okay. Let me see. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. All right, let me see here. Maybe I shouldn't tell him this. Maybe I should just go silently. All right.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
What?
And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Are you saying females are able to manipulate and lie and deceive men? Are you saying that? I don't believe that at all. Come on.
Each and every one of us is doomed.
Uh-huh. All right.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
All right, and there's lights on. That's nice.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ah, voice of the hero now, right? Okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, see, I think we're supposed to save princesses,
The
right?
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, let's see. I say let's just enter the basement. Well, let me see. Nah, let's take it. Because, you know, you could be telling the truth, right? We should protect ourselves. Have some sort of weapon. But when we... See, why... I don't know. See, why would we start this game without a weapon at all? You know, if the objective is to slay the princess, man, give us the tools. But the tool is here. I don't know. Okay, let's take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Ah, I can't change that, huh? Alright. Basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Right. Oh, please. Sure. By the way, hit that like, subscribe, bell notification if you like the video.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Nah,
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
she is a princess.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Is it now? No. Just say hi. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You
Hello.
walk down the stairs.
Look
and
at this
lock
knife
eyes
I
with the
got.
Princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful.
Yes.
Is she really a threat to the world?
Notice the word coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
How can a beautiful creature be evil?
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay. Okay. Okay, I haven't decided yet. Oh, maybe. Okay, I can't move that thing. Okay. It is here. No, I haven't decided yet. How about that?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Sure. I could still stay back here, right?
Don't you dare.
What?
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I agree. If he wanted a slayer, he should have got someone else. Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Princess.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Sweet, why? Why would you do that if it's against my better judgment?
We'll be fine.
Sure, famous last words.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay. Okay, how about this? How would I get you out of here? Try that.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
What does that mean?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Let's see. All right. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Ooh.
Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Uh-huh. She's full of
Note the lack
herself.
of detail. You can't trust her.
Uh-huh. Let me see. What else? There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
What? Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Oh.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Not really, no. Okay. There we go. I can use the mouse wheel. Let me see. Okay, let's say this. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
Sure. I think you have your own objective here, narrator.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Okay. Okay, let's examine the chains.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
All right.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you never know. There you go.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What? That doesn't sound
Someone
good.
else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Huh. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, golly, narrator. All right.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Oh, calm down, narrator.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone.
Now, easier for you, narrator. Why don't you slay her yourself? Huh?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Oh,
you place the
icky.
blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Ew. And look at my hands here. They're like claws and whatnot. Is that me? That's weird. All right.
You cut into her flesh.
Ew.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of
Ew.
it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
All right.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Fierce? Why do you have a fierce gaze?
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Well, she's a strong woman. I can tell.
Thank you.
You're
now let's
welcome.
get out of here.
Okay, princess. Anything you say.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Uh-huh. What are you gonna do about it, narrator? You couldn't slay her before. You're having me be your puppet.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Why?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
So the narrator is controlling me too? Well, then he should just done this himself then. Well, there's all these slay the princesses. Let me see. Warn her, slay the princess now. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Sorry, princess. I have no control, it looks like.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Uh-huh.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
You're a weird narrator. Alright, let's see. Resist. Let's resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you?
I'm trying.
I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yes.
I'll make this quick.
Do it.
She
I
steps
have
forward
problems.
and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Yes. So somehow the narrator can can control me.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah.
And then she slits your throat
Yep.
with an almost clinical ease.
She's setting me at peace.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Uh-huh.
This is the end, isn't it?
I guess so.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yay! The end of the game. Okay, The Prisoner. Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Let's see what this is.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yay, it's just like Groundhog's Day. Let me see. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay. I like that one. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks?
Your tricks.
What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Yeah, right. I'm psychic.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling. Yeah, really. Okay. Here you go.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Uh-huh.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yep.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Like a multiverse?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, but the room was still locked, as far as I know.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Well, let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only issue... Yeah, let's do this longer one.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Nah, you could tell me more if you wanted to.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets. You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Hey, look at my hand. I'm some sort of monster, I betcha.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Well, circumstantial evidence.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Right.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yeah, let's do who locked her in that basement and what
People
is this?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Uh-huh. There's also a movie called The Cabin in the Woods. I don't think that turned out well. Let's see. Exactly.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh, I'm
You're
special.
the only person capable of doing this.
Yay!
Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
I'm special. Yay! That's how you get people to do something, by telling them they're special.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
You're special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you are hiding something. Alright.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Yay. Yeah, let's try turning around and leave.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yeah, let's just quietly continue down the path. We don't need to say anything.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
That's right.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Yeah, I think we're stuck here.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Interesting.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. Can I click on some things? No. There you go. Ooh. Isn't that music? Alright, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Uh-huh.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Yeah, let's look. I want to see how handsome I am because I want to see what I
Let's
look
not
like.
get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Yes.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
Right
Why
there.
would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I don't care how ridiculous I look.
But it was there a second ago.
Interesting.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
You know what? So we died by the blade, right? Let's enter the basement without the blade.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Oh, come on.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
How do you know we're in a dangerous situation?
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time.
Exactly.
What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope a part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you. Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that. sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Maybe it's for us.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh, let's just sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
No. Let's see. Okay. What would you have me do? Let's do that one.
Let me borrow that knife.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's ominous.
Yeah.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Yep.
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Right.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options.
You said you had a plan.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do this one. I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you forgot, you killed me with it last time.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue.
Okay.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
That doesn't make sense.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
Yeah, I know that.
If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Oh.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm not daydreaming. I'm listening to the voices in my head. All right. Well, now we could ask her this. I'm curious about
Nothing
that.
happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Give up. Yeah, but she's already chained up. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens if I just give her the knife. Just give her the
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, I've already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Let's watch an uneasy silence.
Her
Yeah.
eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
So that's her plan.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder,
Ew.
and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Hey, she did it for of her own free will, so.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
All right, the end. The game's over.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Oh, we have a reward.
Now
huh?
hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with putting this
Look,
all behind
I'm just
us.
not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Yeah, let's claim the reward. Let's see what happens.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Yay!
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Oh, are you talking about, narrator? So she destroyed
You
the
don't have
world,
to
or
act
what?
surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
Jeez.
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Yeah, let's do this one. I was kind of hoping we get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
No, I'm not happy. Alright, what do you suggest we do?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Oh, Lord. No.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I mean, we're... okay, let's do this.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy.
Narrator, you're
Happy
crazy.
still has plenty of meaning.
Oh, man.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending.
You stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
You have a voice, ruin your happy ending. I could save it here.
You know what you have to do.
Okay. Alright, yeah, is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use a blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Okay, let's go ahead and slay myself. I guess. I mean, it's just gonna be forever.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Well, I'm in a room. Just by myself with nobody.
Why should
Boring.
it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Chapter 3, The Cage.
You're on a path in the wood. Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
Ooh, voice of the paranoid. There we go.
It's worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress.
And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us? It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities, and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
But it all turns into a void if we slay the princess. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, let's explore that. She died last time, and the way you decided to thank us was locking us away in a hapless void forever. So, where are the people?
So you actually managed to slay her? Yet you still found your way back here. Absolutely unbelievable. What on earth is wrong with you?
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
That's right.
But it has happy right there in the name. It wasn't actually very happy. He's right. You can't just tell us we're happy and expect us to go along with it.
Yeah,
You were
narrator.
trying to dictate our emotions. How are we supposed to trust someone who does that?
Damn right. I have about as much trust for him as I have for her.
Then who are we supposed to trust? We have to trust someone eventually, right?
No!
Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Yeah, let's do this one, shall we? Talk about how we still have the blade.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
It is. That is an unsettling feeling.
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Well, maybe we could change the game with every time we go through a scenario, huh? I don't know. I like having the blade. I like having the blade.
You stand at the edge of a cliff.
Ooh.
An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
Why is
There's
that?
nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
Yeah, with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that. Every surface of the cabin is
Ooh.
draped in chains, the
Yeah.
air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
Huh. That mirror's back again. Why?
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
There's no door.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind?
Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us? Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy. You step out onto the floor, or what should have been a floor.
Should have been.
Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Alright, that's interesting.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Hi.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Alright, let's just say hello. Hello!
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin,
Yeah.
the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly. What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try. You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work?
It's a magic knife.
Does?
It doesn't.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it. They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
I don't know what that is.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? Alright, I'm game. We cut again.
You bring your blade
Yes.
against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes! Will you look at that?
That worked.
And why shouldn't the rest be the same then? But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
She's still decapitated and her head's in that cage. Look at that. Okay.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
Right, she's controlling the chains even though she's chained up. I think we're tied to each other.
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Yeah, let's keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you.
Uh-oh.
The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh.
He's coming
They
forward.
constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
Oh, I can't cut. Oh, cut myself free. Cut myself free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chain strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
I did.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Come on, come on, come on.
You give me your implement.
I did.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down.
Yay!
Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
That's it. Ah, but... Script. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, so these are the rules. The pieces fall into place. The permutation, there is a pattern, and when the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or were you the ones who wrote it in the sand? Writers must follow their own script.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
Ah. Oh my goodness. What happened to the volume? Ah, interesting. Okay. Alright, let's see.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything? I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
Ah, okay.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Twist a pattern in a
Should
steely
we
cage.
try and find her?
That was the achievement from Steam.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Ah, the narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us. And not in a good way. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
You can't be afraid. You gotta face it. Let's do the narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like? Yeah. No voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
Alright, let's approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Oh, let's explore. The mirror never
It's
scared you
different
before.
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Gaze into the reflection. The body, it's you. Let's lead to the cabin, I guess. That's the only thing.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Alright, yeah, let's just ask her some questions.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Well, after looking at myself, I don't know if I am a person. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be. How can the world have ended if we are talking? You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Let's try this one. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Alright, let's say, do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Princess.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Were you always, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. Alright, let's do... Okay, hold on. Let's do some exploration. Okay, let's try that.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Alright, so we gotta kind of live through the story in different ways to make this person whole, I guess. What if I don't let you... if I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, let's do that.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, and what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Alright, well the rules are we have to go through it, right? Back, wait. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
The real
is a
slave
cabin,
Princess Star Ariel.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hitting the tab. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, I think we will end the video here. That was a good start. We will continue again. We'll try a different path. We gotta do different paths to fill this creature in the abyss, I guess. So, hope you liked the video. If you like it, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time on Slay the Princess. Kevin plays Slay the Princess. Alright, take care and enjoy. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's see if I can save this here. Yeah. There we go. And look, see, I'm doing this on Memorial Day weekend. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let me see. That's a save, I guess, right? Okay, I already did that. Alright. And then, if we were to return, I want to see what this is. So what is this? Oh, this is the history. Oh, interesting. So you can see the whole text. Kinda, sorta. Interesting. Cool. Alright. What is it? Skip? Oh, you can skip the dialogue. Okay. Alrighty. So, we will quit. Thanks again for watching.